Let's get it ready. Come on, Lee.
Eye control. We can start from what they call like a quarter guard, where my knee's in, like I was trying to cut through, and he's like hanging on to my foot for dear life, like we had talked about earlier, like passing. If this situation happens, this quarter guard, he puts me on his side for me, all right? Because he's trying to be defensive because I'm still in the passing position. It's very easy to grab someone's neck. It feels good. The problem is it doesn't really control them well. People's necks are stronger than their heads. So if I can, I always want to grab the head and pull down, the crown. You can cup it like this. You can cup it like this. You can cup it like this. Okay? Whatever works best for you. Okay? There's no right or wrong. All right? This foot may be good to be on an upright position because I can push into that person and move more efficiently. You might find it unstable for you, and you might want to put your knee down. They may want to be digging their arms underneath, and it makes you uncomfortable. So do what works good for you. I'm going to keep my knee down, though, so you can also see. I'm taking his head, and I'm controlling it, all right? I don't want to do this, though, on top of his neck. I want to make sure that I'm either this or this. And this works really well. I like this double pull action, all right? One, I need this hand to come in anyway, kind of like setting up a Doris or a head and arm choke, all right? These all play off the same system. You can move to any one of those from there. But getting my hand in here at this point is gonna be pretty difficult. So what I can do is post, like I said, and pull his arm, pull his head, and drop down on my elbow. And that puts the weight down here. Move. Here we go. Like this. Now, when I have his head under control, all he wants to do is pull his head back as much as he can. I can post and put my ear to the back of his head and come in all the way. And once again, I can go back to this position. I can double grab. This is even better. Hold it like this. When I get this position, I'm never gonna look up, okay? My chin or my ear stays to his back as much as I can, okay? It's better if you're like way back here, but that's different body types, so don't think like you're supposed to be right there. I'm here. This top hand, because I can control him fairly well now. This top hand's gonna come to the top and do like a knife. And I'm gonna grab the top of my thumb and bring my elbows in like this, all right? You can finish this choke like this, all right? Some people are very tough. If you don't get this across his neck, it's not gonna choke him. You see where his shoulder's at? This is gonna be a fight for me because I'm pushing his arm and his shoulder into his neck. So if I do this, I have to back up off that pressure and get this inside. And it's a tight, you gotta have some good dexterity in your wrists, okay? So by doing that, you've gotta understand that I've gotta get real deep in there to create that choke. But if his arm and his shoulder's already in that spot, I'm just gonna use this to keep cranking. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drop my elbow to the floor and lay on that elbow. And I'm gonna pull this arm high to the sky. And it's gonna rape up across his choke, up his trachea. I'm gonna go to here, lay and turn my hips facing him. And it's a tap and then it cracked. All right, I'm gonna do different angles. And I'm also gonna show you how to take his legs away from him. Next, okay? Mm-hmm. So I got that quarter guard, right? I'm like this. I can be just simply like this. It's okay. As long as he's on his side, that's all I need, okay? So I can capture the head, swim this arm deep in, all the way, and capture, okay? As you notice, there's no lapel grips or things like that, so this works for no-gi regardless. It's all the same thing, all right? It works really good in no-gi. I'm gonna weave my hand to the top, catch that grip. Pull everything in nice and tight. If I bring my foot in, I can come here and capture this leg and triangle my legs. Now he cannot get away. The only way he can get away is by like a hip escape, like a rolling hip escape. And that's not possible when I have his legs. This pops off. I'm gonna lay to that side and start, he's tapping already. I'm gonna start pulling my arm up across his neck like this.
This is the Japanese necktie?
This is the Japanese necktie. What angle y'all would like to see it from? Like, his head's been that way. Would you like his head this way now? Well, I'm gonna block it when I fall down. Would you want to see it this way? Let's try this. So, head's on the inside. I come in, I grab, I lock it. Okay, capture the leg. I'm gonna come off and see this elbow, it's gonna pull up. I'm pulling up like this to the sky. Pulling up to the sky like that. The guy chef is crazy tight. It's funny because it feels like you're doing nothing right, but you're choking him every time. I've done this, I've never not got this choke. If I'm able to set it all the way up, I've never not completed the choke, actually, in rolling. And go figure, I've only caught it on upper belts, not lower belts. So it's not that it's it only works on low belts or something like that. It works, it's very tight. It's just learning the mechanics of how it works, okay? Can you see Logan? So, yeah, you can see. In the back. So I'm in this position. I pull his head in, or I can come pull his head in this way, weave my head in, and I just sink it all together like this. Boom, and I bring it in nice and tight, like that. His arm is right here going across everything, and that's what I want, all right? I could go for the choke now, but it's best if I come here and capture that leg. You can capture the bottom leg too. It does not matter. Triangle my legs. This arm goes from here to here, boom. And you catch it. You pull up. All right?
It's like a butt choke even before that, like just with.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's do that one first. I'm going to show you the second variation. So you got that. Does anybody need to see that one again? It's a little confusing. It's okay. I'll show it again.
It's the same basic thing as a Peruvian necktie, just from a side angle.
Pretty much. Pretty much. The Peruvian neckties come from almost like a failed guillotine, and we're stepping over the person. This one we're going to do from the side. The next version, the teabagger, we're going to do it very similar to a Peruvian necktie, but just from a different position. All right? Good? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3.